My GF of 2 years has been cheating on me for approximately 4 months. What should I do? Before anything else, I ask that you kindly refrain from correcting my English. Due to the fact that I am not an English native speaker, it is possible that I have made multiple grammatical errors. I am 24 years old and my girlfriend is 23 years old. We have been dating for 2 years. We first met at a party thrown by mutual friends, and we knew right away that we wanted to be together. Our lives have been good. We are financially secure, and we live in an apartment that was a gift from my father to me when I graduated from college. My father inherited the apartment from his father, and since we already had a house, he gave it to me. I love my girlfriend as if she were the most important person in my life, and since I don't have many friends that I can trust with my emotions, she is the one who always provides me with emotional support. But for work reasons, she had to relocate to a different state for 2 months. During that time, we spoke on the phone every day, and I even planned a surprise for her in the form of a whole-day date. However, when she returned, and I told her that I had a surprise for her the following day and all, she declined and said she just wants to be alone. Normally, she never declines for a surprise or anything like that. However, all right, I understand that she might be. I find it odd that she doesn't answer to my questions. Since that time, I had the feeling that she's trying to put some distance between us. But after a month has passed, she suggests that we go on a vacation together. I agree, and together we make the necessary preparations, go to the location of her choice, and had a good time there. But she spent the most of her vacation time by herself at a friend's house. I had no idea her buddy lived there or anything, and she even refused to allow me come with her. After we have left, she reverts back to the previous phase. Now, after we've been on vacation for 2 months, I finally understand why she's been behaving in such a manner. And it goes as follows. I was in the bedroom when my girlfriend's phone rang. She was in the bathroom at the time, washing her hair, when I saw the text that crushed my heart. I was like, "Hey gorgeous, did he go to sleep?" Then I started reading the chats, and that's when I found out that she had been having an affair with a guy she met on her work trip. There was also a photo of them on our vacation location, and they were talking about doing the deed, how much they loved it, and how they were able to pull it off without me knowing about it. I found out all of this when I started reading the chats, and it was a complete shock. Since the one and only person I put my faith in was dishonest with me, I have no idea what to do with the rest of my life. I'm at a loss for what to do at this point. It's the night I found out she's cheating, and I haven't informed her about it. I don't know what to tell her, nor do I know how to proceed. I don't know what to do. Should I attempt to convince her to break up with the guy in order to make our relationship work? In that case, what steps should I take? And are there any strategies that you think could help me get over this loss? Update. It's been about a week and a half since I tweeted about how my girlfriend of 2 years cheated on me, and how she also tricked me into taking a trip to a location where she could meet up with another man who was also cheating with her. I decided to go away the night after I finished writing the story in order to get away from the emotions, and I told her that I was going to stay at a friend's home. Because I was unable to fall asleep, I spent the night reading the comments, where a number of people suggested that I end the relationship with her because she is taking advantage of me, and a few others suggested that I find some way to get revenge on her. In spite of all she's done to me, I still love her. Therefore, I don't want to take any kind of revenge on her. I am not irrationally angry with her, rather, I am at a loss for words. After that, I went to my parents' house and had a conversation with my mother. I know what you're thinking. Who discusses such things with their mother? Well, I don't have anyone else to talk to about it because, like I said, normally I talk about it with my girlfriend. When I went and talked to her about it, she was devastated and said that she thought this girl would be perfect for me and that she was looking forward to our marriage. She then told me not to worry about anything and that everything will during the course of that night. I gave it a lot of consideration and eventually came to the conclusion that I should just end things with her for good and take a vacation or something like that. After that, I went back to my house, but there was a catch. It didn't even take her a whole night to call her other lover over to my place so they could cheat on me. At first, I had no intention of exacting any kind of retribution. Nonetheless, the situation in which she was lying in bed with another man and the opportunity presented themselves as the perfect setting for me to do so. I took pictures of them when they were sound asleep, but neither of them could be seen since they were both covered. That is not consistent with who I am. After that, I went back since I wanted some space to gather my thoughts before confronting her. Later on that day, I invited the individual without revealing my identity to a cafe, and I took my girlfriend along with me. You should have seen the emotions on her face when we got there. I also want to make sure you are aware that I took screenshots of them as they were talking. The second stage of my plan is now ready to be implemented. Collecting all of the available background information about the individual. I am aware that this is wrong, but my one online friend is very good with technology, and as a result, he was able to get all of his background information. Look what I found out about him. He has a wife and 2 children. The story gets even crazier. I phoned his wife and told her everything, as well as my plan. She was unhappy, but she was eager to break his nuts. Step 3. I now have all of the information I need to bring her and that person to justice. Now I sent the man all of the images anonymously, and he was terrified. Step 4. Separate them. So I told him that if he didn't leave my fiancé, I'd ruin his life. I may be cruel for doing that, but he did much worse things to me. And he genuinely breaks up with my girlfriend as I was listening to her weep inside the bathroom. She didn't cry for me, huh? Then I submit the documents to our mutual acquaintances and her family. Finally, when she awoke the following day, her suitcase was packed, and I told her, "Get out of my home or I'm calling the cops." She was stunned and wondered why I had shown her all the documents, and she begged me to let her speak. I said in a very polite tone, "Get out of my house," and then I texted the guy's wife to show him the divorce papers, and as my GF was leaving, her phone was flooded with messages. Guess who it was from? I gave her notice due to tenants' rights, but she left as soon as she got messages from that guy, so everything is fine. The court hearing will take some time, but we will make the man pay child support and an emotional harm penalties, and I will assist the woman. I don't feel good breaking up a couple's life, but I don't think she deserved that man. She is a great person, and even if the guy broke up with my GF because of me, he would still date someone else. I also don't feel good about all the things I did for my revenge, and she received hate from her friends and family. I'm sorry, but it wouldn't have occurred if she hadn't forced him to come over the night I left. You may hate me all you want, but I did what I believed was right, and of course, I saved one life. I would also support the mother in any way I could, as well as the children, who are pretty tiny. Also, if they had been in my shoes, anybody would have done the same or comparable things. Also, thank you for helping me feel better and pushing me to leave this poisonous relationship, even if it would take some time for me to get over her. I'll also keep you updated on the divorce and how the woman and I are doing in a week or 2.